her with her speed and her power. Now, those flukes alone are not the only powerhouse of the dolphin. They also have a very large, very strong muscle. That muscle that you'll notice just above their flukes has a really fun name, and that is their peduncle. So anytime you see a dolphin showing off those little tail flukes, they are using their peduncle. Now, there are lots of fun names for different dolphin body parts. Another fun one is the name for the area at the front of their face. They are called the bottlenose dolphin. They are called the bottlenose dolphin because the area at the front of their face looks like a bottle. However, it is not their nose. All of their breathing happens from the blowhole at the top of their head. So the area at the front of their face is called their rostrum. Remember, you are always in the splash zone when you are poolside. Those splashes can be big or small. They can also be damaging to your electronics. If you get splashed, wipe those devices off as quickly as possible.
Okay.
That splash I would have categorized as a small splash. My favorite personal story is one day I was poolside with our 3 male dolphins, and I wasn't paying quite close enough attention to them, so I guess they decided I needed a drink, and they sent 3 walls of water over my head without warning. I have now seen them do this to guests too. So again, when you are poolside, be on the lookout for those splashes. Alright, it sounds like a splash warning has been issued. Over here next to our blue and tan cabana, if you do not wish to get wet, avoid that area. If you do wish to get wet, that is where you want to be. Notice the gap the adults have created. That's a good an indicator of where that splash zone will be.
Hello?
So that area at the front of their face is called their rostrum, but bottle rostrum dolphin just isn't as catchy as bottlenose dolphin. So let's see, are we gonna get our splash? Are we about to get our splash? Let's see. Is it gonna be big? Is it gonna be small? Is it gonna be just right?
Really big splash, you're gonna get drenched.
Alright, that went from medium to large. That was a pretty good splash. Did that taste good? Did it get in your mouth? I asked our guest over here what the water would taste like, and she said salty, because of course these are saltwater dolphins. Now you may be curious, they live in saltwater, but do they drink the water that is all around them? And they do not. Dolphins actually get their water from the food that they eat. So all that fish and squid is going to have some percentage of hydration. But of course, the highest hydration will be from the squid. Squid is a little bit like dolphin lettuce, so it has lots of hydration. Now, of course, because these animals are here in a human care facility, we'll sometimes help our dolphin friends out and give them an extra fresh drink of water. So if you ever see the blue funnel poolside and the little pitcher, we will sometimes give our dolphins some extra fresh water. Again, fresh water is very important for all of us here to make sure our bodies stay healthy throughout our lives. Now, dolphins here eat a total of 3 to 5% of their weight in fish and squid each day. During these training sessions, they are getting a portion of that diet. We are using that portion of their diet as positive reinforcement. Now, positive reinforcement, dolphins can get full. Now, just like you and I, those dolphins can get full of all of that food.
Alright. Ain't jumped yet.
So you want to learn what other things your dolphin friends might enjoy. So of course we learn different things to reinforce behaviors. That can be the fish and squid, that can be their favorite behaviors, that can be their favorite toys. Our dolphins actually do have a very large variety of toys. It can even be back or belly rubs. And even the presence of the trainers poolside can be reinforcing.
$20. $20 a piece.
Now you may ask, when things don't go according to plan, what happens? The trainers will occasionally take a step back. They'll take a step back, evaluate the session, decide whether they can continue. Or maybe they'll move on to a different dolphin pod. When you work with wild animals, everything is always unpredictable.
Alright,